Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm trying to see if I can find an angle that is not bad. This camera quality is not the best. My other phone is dead, acting up. But anyways, come and have a seat right beside me, right here. Lean back. Let's have a talk. So I just sat down to watch this nice little African movie. My hair is not done, nothing is done. I just relaxing and just watching, just eating some cheese crunchies, drinking some cool, nice syrup and thing, just relaxing. But I've been really thinking about this thing. I was talking to one of my friends on Facebook about the whole vaccine thing, and it's just this thing is just in my spirit. So I know I came on before I talked about the vaccine, and I said that the vaccine is not the mark of the beast. I don't believe it is the mark of the beast. Based on scriptures and understanding, it's not the mark of the beast. It is said that you will, if you don't take the mark of the beast, you won't be able to buy and to sell and all of that. We understand. Oh God, it's blurry. Alright, just bear with me for this video. It's not going to be a long, but I want to share. I want you guys to comment down below and let me know what you think also. So the vaccine is very similar to the mark of the beast. There's some serious similarities, some serious characteristics of the vaccine that makes you wonder, is it the mark of the beast? What is happening? Why are they pushing this thing so much? No. And this is specifically for those of you who are in Jamaica, because this thing has already started to happen in the United States and in other countries. I don't believe our government should be pushing to make this thing mandatory. There's no way you can try to make this thing mandatory to the point where you can't access certain privileges or certain business places and stuff like that in Jamaica if you don't take it. So I brought my son to the doctors. My son, he did not go through the clinic or the hospital or anything like that. He went to his doctor for the entire time, for the entire pregnancy, getting his injections after birth. He went to his doctor. Now, his doctor made it known to me that there are some shots is very important for him to get it, and there are some he does not have to get. If we don't want him to get it, he does not have to get it. No, I got those shots. His father got the shots. We grew up where, you get your shots, you go to school and all of that. But I was told he does not have to get these shots. No, where the vaccine is concerned, there has not been a vaccination or any medication that will prevent you from catching the flu. People have been having the flu for so many years. Before I was born, people have been having the flu, and there's still no vaccination. There's still nothing that has been created that will fight against the flu or stop it or whatever it is. No, this COVID-19 is going to come on the scene, and out of the blues, they're going to immediately come up with a vaccine just like that in such a short space of time. Any vaccine that is going to come on the scene needs to go through a couple years of testing before it is going to be used on humans, which makes me understand that there's something that is terribly wrong with this vaccination. No, that's not the point I want to make. Jamaicans, the government is going to pass this thing that's going to tell us that the vaccination needs to become mandatory. He knows that he cannot make it completely mandatory because that is utter rubbish. So what he's going to do is he is oppressing the people. He is putting the people in a state where he's using reverse psychology to mess with the economic people of this country, because people want their children to be able to go to school. People want to be able to go to the doctor, business places, and so on and so forth. So guess what he's going to come with? He's going to put this thing in place where if you do not have a certain vaccination card or something, that maybe they're going to scan it, they're going to swipe it, whatever it is they're going to do. Maybe there's a code on it that registers that you've gotten the vaccine. I don't know how they're going to do this thing. I don't care how they're going to do this thing. But guess what? They're going to put this in place and make the vaccine mandatory for certain things. This is what I believe that the government is going to try to do. Your children will not be able to go to school if they are not vaccinated. Cover your children, pray over your children, anoint your children. Hear what God needs to say about this before you run and get them vaccinated. This thing is going to affect the economic class in Jamaica. This thing is going to affect the lower class, probably the middle class people in Jamaica that can't afford certain things. Not everybody can afford for their children to do homeschool. Not everybody can afford to put the necessary things in place. If you're going to homeschool your child, there's certain things that have to be put in the home that can be passed by the government for you to be able to have homeschool. That's what I was told. No. So children won't be able to go to school. There are some of you that will not be able to go to the doctor. So then if you're hell-bent on not taking the vaccine, you must be prepared to do these things. If you're not vaccinated, there are certain places, there are certain doctors or medical practitioners that will not accept you. So you won't be able to get medical attention in certain places. Possibly the hospitals, I don't know, but I'm sure that certain medical practitioners will not allow you to will not grant you access to medical attention if you are not vaccinated. In America, this is already taking place. One of my church members told me that she wanted to go to the doctor and she was not able to go because she was not vaccinated. I've gotten this from quite a few persons. So can you imagine living in Jamaica? You can't go to the doctor because you are not vaccinated. It means that we're going to have to go back to the natural remedies of the earth. Otherwise, aka bush. Y'all going to drink bush tea. Y'all going to drink bush herbs. Y'all are going to have to get used to the natural things that will help you, that will cure you of certain things. This is crazy. Now, one of the other things that's going to happen is, this is how you know you're Jamaican. A car passed by and you're looking to see who it is. I thought it was my husband. So the next thing is, there are some people that will not be able to buy and to sell. There's some companies, some grocery stores, some pharmacies and other places that will not allow persons to come in if they're not vaccinated. You can't kill the people them if they don't want you to come in the store if you're not vaccinated. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, to their own ideas, to their own perception. They do what they want to do. For them business is their companies. Now, if you can't buy and sell, it means that there are certain things that are very there's certain necessity things that you will need to begin to stock upon. You need to stock upon water. You need to stock upon certain type of food items. You need to begin to plant what you need to eat. So this plant, this grow what you're eating is going to actually come in very handy for those of you that, you want to start grow some of your own food to survive and to eat, because you won't be able to access certain places. And I'm not doing this to drive fear in anybody, but the truth is, if you're not going to take the vaccine, then how are you going to get food? There are some businesses that won't be able to be remain open if the owner or whoever is not vaccinated. You won't be able to go in and do business in certain places if you're not vaccinated. The economy is this thing is not going to get better. Our economy is going to drastically fall when the government does this. There's going to be riot. There's going to be a lot of war. A lot of things are going to happen. People will want to assassinate and get rid of the government. It is going to get crazy in Jamaica. No, this is what we need to pray for the government. I understand that many are saying we need to get rid of the government, but while he is still in power, we need to pray that God will speak to him, that God will do something to intervene for the people of this country. So children won't be able to go to school. Some people won't be able to buy and sell. Remember, we're talking about characteristics that resemble the mark of the beast. Some people won't be able to buy and sell. You won't be able to have certain type of business or going to certain type of businesses. You need to be able to stock up on certain food items and stuff like that. You won't be able to travel. For those of you that need to travel, you need the vaccine. Those of you that want your visa to go to work, whatever it is, to renew your work visa and all of that, what are you going to do if you do not intend to take the vaccine? As I said, I don't believe the vaccine is the mark of the beast. But why is it that they're pushing this agenda on everybody, that everybody needs to take the vaccine? They're pushing this one world order. Why are they trying to do this? What does it symbolize? What are they trying to do? Listen, it's not about the vaccine, At the end of the day, it's not about the vaccine. I know some of you are going to come on this video and say, you're speaking rubbish, you're not educated, you're not informed, you're misinforming the people. The vaccine is important. It's like any other vaccine to prevent you from having certain sicknesses or virus or whatever it is. Oh no, don't come on here with it. I'll delete you and I'll block you. That's nonsense. So for those of you that won't be taking it, you better be prepared for certain things. The other thing I wanted to share with you is, if you're not going to take the vaccine, when it comes to your money, your finances, you won't be able to go into the banking institutions, which means that you're going to have to start pulling some money from the bank, making sure you have some amount of money with you in cash. So if push comes to shove, or if you need to spend for an emergency or whatever it is, you have money in your hand, because you won't be able to go into the bank to pull your own money. And this is what the government and companies are going to do to push the world order to push the agenda to people, especially poor people. This is what they're going to do to push this agenda, because they know, one, you have to go to the doctor, two, children need to go to school, four, people need to go into the bank to people need to go in the bank to do certain financial transaction, for school, for medicine, for business, for saving, for family, whatever it is, you need to go to the bank. So this is what they're going to do to trick. It's reverse psychology. So I think one of the first things that the government said was making this thing mandatory. He knows he can't make this thing mandatory because first of all, there are certain people in his cabinet that has not yet taken the vaccine. If you're going to push the issue of the vaccination becoming mandatory, this thing needs to start. This thing needs to first